So you're wondering what is the best way to dyno a Toyota GR Yaris? Well, guess what, my friend? Today you're lucky because I'm going to be putting my brand new Toyota GR Yaris on a Hub Dyno, a Dynapack dyno to be precise. And guess what? I'm not going to be putting it on all four wheels. I'm going to be putting it only on the front. And you will see that brings a lot of benefits in having precision of measures and also repeatability of your dyno run. So without further ado, join me and let's dive right into it. Welcome back to the Jesse Spec YouTube channel. Welcome to this episode where I'm putting my brand new Toyota GR Yaris on my Dynapack dyno to see how much power it makes. And as you can see, this is a Dynapack dyno, and what I want to myth bust today is to show you that you do not absolutely need a four-wheel drive dyno in order to dyno the GR Yaris. So as you can see, only the front wheels are on it. And let me show you that first of all, it's possible. And let me also explain to you later in the video how it's actually possible to transform your car into a two-wheel drive so you can actually get precise and reliable readings of power and torque. Although the four-wheel drive system is absolutely mind-blowing on this car, when you want precise dyno readings in order to make incremental changes to your map, it is actually very complicated to do so because the four-wheel drive system actually messes with your readings, especially on a hub dyno. So there is a way to actually convert it to a two-wheel drive, and that's what I have done. And you will see that the measuring precision is much higher than if you compare it to somebody doing it on a regular four-wheel drive dyno or a four-wheel drive hub dyno. So let's check how this car runs. From the back, this car actually really sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Tell me if you agree, write it in the comments. Any case, let me talk about some interesting facts that I realized on this car. So as you can see, I'm running the car in front wheel drive, and I actually ran into an interesting problem. Is I suddenly felt the dyno, so the hubs moving, like moving forward. And I realized that actually the Toyota procedure to put it in two-wheel drive is actually not permanent, and is actually, I don't even know if it does it completely, to be honest. So I could feel like actually some of the power still going to the rear wheels, which was very scary, to be honest. So for all the people who think this actually works, it does not. You absolutely have to get a module like the Syvecs four-wheel drive controller that will allow you basically to block the rear wheels permanently while you're on the dyno, and that's also the safest way to do it. So as you can see here, in order to activate it, I had to push on the warning lights, and that's a sign that actually in the Syvecs that's what I had to do. And if you recall the previous runs that I did when there was no blinkers on, that just means that I was still on the regular Toyota version. So that did not influence the results of my horsepower. However, it did become unsafe with time, and that's why I decided to, in any case, plug in the Syvecs module, because I had it already in advance, and I just wanted to make sure that the Toyota procedure doesn't work. So let me show you the true benefits of having the car in two-wheel drive. Is that my horsepower figures vary by 1 horsepower, and the Newton meter figures vary by 4 Newton meters, which is really low, and that shows that the graphs are perfectly one on top of the other, which really means that there's a consistent and equal reading after each run. And that's what you're after when you're tuning a car, is that whatever little small changes you make, you need to be able to see them. And that can be a problem when you have roller dynos, but also with the 4x4 system acting up, you might actually not see what's going on. So let me show you where the Syvecs module has to be installed. So you have basically 2 plugs that have to be plugged into it, and you just plug the Syvecs ECU instead, and it will actually allow you through a USB cable to access and actually do some changes on the 4-wheel drive system. But in order to dyno the car, you do not need to do anything. You can just straight away plug it into your car, and you will be able to use the Dyno-Mode right away. So pull your handbrake and put the warning lights, and you will actually have a sign on the dash saying that the car is in two-wheel drive mode, and that's what I did, and it worked a charm. Thank you, Syvecs. That's really an awesome product. And to be honest, people who want to come and do dyno tests at my shop, I will just let you use my module unless you want actually to have a tune and a custom 4x4 setup on your car. Then of course you will have to buy the module. But in any case, just for dynoing the car, you will be able to use my module just to make things easier, and that's really awesome. I will show you later a photo of a dyno graph when the 3 graphs are perfectly one on top of the other, and I will show you what happens when you put them in 4-wheel drive on a Dynapack dyno. The dyno graph does not look at all the same, and it's very erratic and not very precise. So that was exciting. I hope you enjoyed the Stock GR Yaris vacuum cleaner sounds. Don't worry, I'll be taking care of that in the next video actually. So make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because lots of tuning and modifications are coming for my GR Yaris. And as you probably will see, I'm gonna be modifying the first thing on my car. It's actually putting a new exhaust. So let's quickly go over the numbers of my car. So as you can see, the car made 273 horsepower for roughly 373 Newton meters. So that's exactly the figures, a little bit more, maybe 10 horsepower more than what they have been announcing. I'm very happy with the results. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm exaggerating the numbers here. The transmission loss is 12%, so you can check various dyno runs, and you will see that estimated to the engine and with 12% transmission loss, I got 273 horsepower. So you can see that is a very realistic figure. The torque also applies, and the thing that I want you to realize, and you've probably noticed that in the graphs, is everything is nice and on top of each other. And that really means that the runs were back to back, repeated, and you can see that that's what you get with a hub dyno first of all, but that's what you get also with modern cars, and not having the 4x4 on. Honestly, I'll show you quickly a graph here, even famous tuners using this, and honestly, I don't think that's a very solid base to tune and actually prove increases in power and actually make smart decisions in your tuning. So for me, definitely no questions asked. I would definitely put the car in front wheel drive and map it accordingly. So I hope this video was interesting. I know you guys actually like the GR Yaris content and of course the MR2 content as well. Make sure to stick around, like and subscribe this video if you like it. If you have any questions or things you want to see in my videos, make sure to tell me in the comments. I read and I answer every single one, as long as you're nice to me, of course. So make sure to do that, and I'm really looking forward to showing you next week's video with my very first modification. I mean, can you think about it? I did 5,000 kilometers without even modifying that car. That is a testament to Toyota's cars that they build now anyway. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Peace.